Good morning, everybody. It's early morning here, and getting ready for my rowing expedition. I'm going to circumnavigate this reservoir here, and so all of this stuff, for the most part all of it, is going to go on that rowing shell is the plan. So we'll see how all this goes and get the boat unloaded and down to the water line there and see if we can get the majority of that stuff somehow on there and still have room for the operator. Well, here we are. I found a nice spot to launch. I guess I showed you earlier. And in case there was any doubt on getting everything on the shell, by golly, they said it couldn't be done. Everything's on there, except me. There's room for me. Whether she'll still float or not, we'll find out. But anyway, I'm going to sign off and go on my trip. I'll probably be gone for a week, 10 days or so. And we will see everyone when I get back. One more quick thing to note. The rangers here nicely gave me a spot to recharge electromobile. So I'm just going to plug in here, and hopefully the car will be safe here for my extent of my trip, and get it recharged. Then I don't have to walk home. I do have a bit of a hike back to the boat. It'll be a good exercise in my Birkenstocks, probably a mile and a half. So we're gonna head back. I'm gonna sign off now. I'm not gonna have my phone on for the trip. So anyway, we'll check in with everybody when I get back. Okay, I lied. I decided to do some filming en route on my trip, and I actually decided to camp here on this nice beach. Some nice shade trees. I'll set up my tent underneath that one on the other side of it. Looks like I'll get all day shade there. I'm gonna call this Dead Horse Beach, because there's the remains of a horse underneath that tree there. It's been stripped entirely of any flesh, or everything's been stripped to the bare bone. Probably, I'm thinking mountain lions. There are some caves up in these rocks, I noticed, and yeah, something made a good meal of that horse over there. So this is Dead Horse Beach. You can see my nice portable dock here. I'll just leave the boat there and hope we don't get any huge waves. It can happen here. It could happen. I've seen waves here that would wash completely over the top of where I have that, but hopefully we won't get any. So basically I left from right over there on the other side, and I went all the way north to the north end, which is beyond this rock here. You can't see it. And then at the north end, I crossed over to this side, the west side, and then came up here to this kind of cove slash beach. Probably did, 4 or 5 miles today. I kind of feel like calling it good. I thought about going further, but I don't know. I got out to take a nature break here. It just feels like I'm gonna be planted here overnight. So anyway, I just thought I'd film that, and trying to conserve the battery on the phone is the main thing, but we'll see. So I'm going to sign off for now, and thank you for watching. Well, I thought I'd show my tent. I did get it set up under that tree. It's a nice spot there. Nice sandy base to sit on. And so there's my boat there on the shoreline, patiently waiting for tomorrow morning. And I'm looking forward to that. Probably get a real early start. And also I took a hike up to that cave right there. So I had mentioned earlier, down underneath that tree is the remains of a horse, small horse, and it's been stripped pretty bare down to the bone. And the fact that it's even down there, given the terrain around here, I'm sure it was drugged there by a cat, and because there's really no way a horse would be down in this area. But I hiked up to that cave there, and sure enough, plenty of sign of a cat being tucked in there, scratching around, and a lot of scat around there, and remains of a bird. And so yeah, kind of cool. I thought maybe there might be a mountain lion around here, and sure enough. So anyway, evening's coming on, and I'm gonna turn in pretty early and get an early start tomorrow. So we will see y'all later. Okay, here we are at camp number 2. Let's see, right there is looking due north. And anyway, got a nice campsite here. It's a perfect spot. It's real nice soft ground, and I'm gonna have some real deep shade all day long here. So let's see here. And you can see the boat right there. That's a nice, very soft spot to beach the boat, so that's real nice. And then there's what looks like a real nice fishing spot. About a half a mile I hiked up to it. So to the right there, about a half mile, there's a real nice kind of a point. I think I'm gonna hike down there after a bit and do some fishing and see if I can catch a trout and or a walleye. And but yeah, this is I went about 4 miles. I was gonna do about 10 today, but yet again I stopped here for was just gonna be a rest break, and it just grabbed me as the perfect spot to set up a camp. So I went ahead and did that. So I'll probably do a pretty good day tomorrow rowing. And but yeah, so I'm gonna, this is such a perfect spot, just, secluded, nice spot to beach the boat, nice spot for a tent. Unlike the last camp, there's hardly any ants. That last camp there was a billion ants. So a guy would be tempted just to spend my whole trip right here in this camp and then just head back the way I came rowing. But that's not the plan. I'm going to circumnavigate the entire waterway here. So anyway, that's what's going on today. We will see you later. Okay. let's see, believe it or not, just did 8 miles. Took a couple of breathers on the water in that 8 miles, but now I'm coming ashore for an extended break. And man, it felt good. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but way over yonder, those trees that are the furthest away, is where I started. And then I came up along that shore, along all those trees, dropped way to the, quite far to the east there, where that clump of trees, that's an island. So way on the other side of it is the shoreline I was following. And I went way back as far east as this giant cove goes. And then I came up this side, and it's not a real straight shot. There's several coves I dove into a little bit, and all the way up to here. And so yeah, it was a nice, about an 8-mile jaunt there. I'm just going to take an extended break here and go even further. I'm going to try to do 12 today or so. I like this perfect natural dock here. It's always cool when this stuff works out. There's just a natural V right there that I pulled the bow up into, and then just staked off down in the water there. And then the stern just kind of swung over. That's swinging away right now, but there's some perfect brush right there that it rested against. And so I always like these natural docks like that. So anyway, I'm going to continue on, go around this point here and continue to the east. Let's see, oh, I got my directions messed up. I was telling you I went as far east as I could in this giant cove. I take that back. I went as far west as I could go in that giant cove. Because now, after the break, we'll go around this horn here and then head east. I want to do another 4 miles today, so it's a pretty big day. I didn't do that many miles the first 2 days, so sort of making up for it. Anyway, signing off for now. Bye-bye. Phone's out of storage. I'll keep it short. Trip's done. Boat's loaded on the electric Fiat 500e. I did 8 days out, 7 days rowing, 1 day recovery after a grueling day of rowing. Total of about 60 miles. So I'm all done. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.